kitchen. Hello there, my loved ones. It's your mother, Odessa, coming to you live and in living color. It's Thanksgiving time. Oh, I am so excited. I'm baking in the kitchen, getting ready for tomorrow's dinner. So I am going to show you how Mother makes Mother Odessa's dinner rolls. It's so simple. It's so easy. You do not need to keep going to the grocery store to buy them rolls in the freezer section or in the bread section. You can make them yourself fresh from scratch, and it's simple. So let's get started. So for this recipe, all you're going to need is hot water, sugar, active dry yeast, vegetable shortening that's been melted, eggs, salt, flour, and butter. That's it. That's all you're going to need. So I'm going to list at the bottom of this post the exact ingredients, but this is all you're going to need. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is put your hot water in your microwave and set it for about 2 minutes. You don't want it boiling, but you do want it hot. So next you're going to pour that hot water into your bowl and then add your yeast into that bowl. You're going to let that sit for about 5 or 10 minutes and let it just ferment. That's what your yeast is going to do. It's going to just get in that bowl and just do all kinds of growing inside the bowl. All right. So now we are going to combine our yeast, our melted shortening. It's been melted and now it's at room temperature. We're going to add our eggs. Oh, Jesus, get the shells. Don't get the shell. Don't want a shell in there. And then our salt. All right. So now we're going to stir this up. Where's my stirrer? Oh, Lordy. Here's the whisk. So now we're going to mix this all together and get this all combined in the bowl. See, real simple. Yeast, shortening, eggs, water, and salt. Now comes the flour. Now, what we're going to do is add enough flour. So it's about we're going to start with about 3 cups just to get it going. Now with this, you don't have to exact measurement because, now this is where I'm going to use my spatula. So you don't have to use exact measurements because what we're trying to do now is get this into a nice bowl. We're going to knead. Oh, this is therapeutic. But you don't want to over knead it because you don't want it tough. But right now we're just getting this mix. See how that's mixing up? Oh, Jesus, pouring it out. See how it's kind of mixing up? Ooh. See how that's mixing up real nice? Good and mixed. But we're going to need to add some more flour to that. Flour to our bowl. And get that stirred in. Stirring and mixing and mixing and stirring. Oh, stirring. Stir my soul, Lord. Stir my soul. Stir my soul, Lord. Stir my soul. Now, look how this is mixing up really nicely. So we're almost ready to put this onto the table and start kneading because it's becoming a real ball of dough. So here we go. This is where the fun starts. We're going to take some flour. We've cleaned off our countertop real good, disinfected, and so now we're going to add some flour. This is where you take your rings off because you don't want to get all this dough in your hands because you're going to want your hands all powdery, kind of looking ashy like you need lotion. And so now we're going to take our dough and bring it over here into the table. Now, this is where the magic happens. Okay. Oh, Lordy, it's so therapeutic Okay, so we got our flour, and we're gonna just bring this together like this. Now, we're gonna need some more flour. Here we go. Keep that from getting too sticky. And we're gonna just knead, just like that. We're gonna, you see how you do? You bring it together. Ooh, this is sticky. Need a little more flour. Like that. Woo, yes. That is lovely. Make sure we got enough on the table so we're not sticking to the table. And we're just gonna keep kneading. Get some more flour. And we're just gonna do this. I was gonna say about 20 times. So that was about 6. We just did 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I know I miscounted. See how we're gonna get all that dough? Use the flour to get the dough off your hands. Okay, that's real good. Your hands are real clean. And we're gonna keep kneading. Okay, oh wait, 16, 17, 18. I'm gonna say 25, so we're gonna do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 1. You know, I'm gonna say 30. I'm just gonna add a little 10 more. All right, because we want it to be where it's pliable. You're not sticking to the table. I'm gonna take that number back. Yeah, here we go. This is where we want it. We want it to be. So I'm gonna say probably 30 to 40.
Josie, come on in here.
All right, so this is the consistency we want it to be at. So that took probably really 40. So I lied when I said 20. It's really like 40. So this is where we are. So this is what we want it to look like. So now we're going to put this in a bowl and let it rise. Rise, Sally, rise. Okay. So what I did is I took that same bowl I cooked in, I cleaned it out real good. So now we're going to take a little more of that shortening and grease the inside of this bowl real good so that we've got a nice coating so that the dough, when we put it in here, won't stick to the sides. Okay? Got that real good like that. So now we're gonna take our dough, we're gonna coat it, make sure all sides get some of that oil on there. So now, here we go. We're gonna cover this tightly with plastic wrap. Now this is my trick. This is what I do. Cause you know, I'm just me and I do what I do me. Okay? So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna cover it, I'm gonna go around, come around the side, cause I want this to have a nice seal. And I like the glass, cause the glass sticks to that saran wrap real, oh, not that brand name, but whatever plastic wrap you use. And then you pull it off. Now you got a nice seal. See that? Nice seal. No air getting in there. And that way, it's nice and tight. We're gonna put this in the refrigerator and let it sit overnight. You know, most bakers actually believe that old dough makes really good rolls. So if this sat in your refrigerator for 1 or 2 days, that's fine. It's gonna double in size, it's gonna rise, and then you punch it down, divide it, and then we're gonna put it into the sheets. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. But this is what we're gonna have put in the refrigerator tonight. Not that. It's gonna be so you sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Love you. Okay, here is our dough that has been in the in the refrigerator all night long. I'm gonna show you this beautiful dough that has risen. Oh, like my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, He has risen. Look how big that has gotten. Oh, that means, oh, that yeast just made it envelop and ferment and just get bigger. Woo! We are gonna have a good time. So what we're gonna do is set this over to the side. We've got this cleaned off real good. Disinfect and wipe down real good with clean water. All right, so now we're gonna need a little more flour. So we're gonna make this our rolling area. Rolling, rolling, rolling like a river. Okay, I'm gonna cut this in half because this is gonna be a bit much. Whoop, look how that just collapses because that's just nothing but air. Okay, so we're gonna cut that in half. Pull that out. It's a little sticky. And here's my rolling pin. So we're gonna make sure we got flour on our rolling pin, flour on both sides of our dough. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now we're gonna just start rolling it out. Now there's a couple of ways I do this. There's a couple of ways you can do it. I prefer to do it this way because this is my mother's way of doing it when she was here on this earth. Lord bless me with the most beautiful mother who showed me how to cook and bake. Oh, I loved to be in the kitchen with her. Okay, so we've got this rolled out to about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch. And that little bead says my butter is almost melted. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a cookie cutter. Can you see that? And we're gonna cut little, almost look like biscuits. Okay, because this is the way my mother did it. I'm gonna show you a second way, but this is the way my mother did it. God bless her soul. She went on to be with the Lord. All right. Oh, yes. Melted butter. Now this is about 2 sticks of butter. Now this is what my blessed mother used to do. You got your pan, you don't need to oil it because you are going to have enough butter to keep it from sticking. So you take your little flat little roll, she did that, and then she sat it in the pan like that and then folded it in half. Can you see that? I'm gonna try it again. You do that with you dip it in the butter, come over to your pan, put it flat, and then fold it in half and push down just like that. Oh, and do it again. Put it in the butter, bring it to the pan, whoops, fold it in half, just like that. And we're gonna do that until we've got this pan filled up. Okay, and now a second option you can do, this is what my mother-in-law used to do. You take the dough and make a ball. After you've made a ball, you roll it in the butter. Then you sit it in your muffin tin, like that. And you're gonna do 3 balls each for each tin. And so when it rises, it'll be a little 3-dome muffin. So again, we just take a ball, and I would say about, I don't know, smaller than a golf ball, maybe a ping pong ball. Ping pong ball. Roll it up like that. Roll it in your butter. And then you stick it in your muffin tin. Then you get your 3rd ball. Roll it around in your hands. Like a little ping pong ball. I played ping pong in my younger days and I was pretty good. So roll it in our butter and then stick it in there, and there we go. That's another option for you. We now have all of our pans filled with dough, our flat rolls. Now I only used half this pan because it's a big pan. I know you can't tell by the dimensions, but this is a pan that I actually use for my turkey. Where'd it go? There it is. That's from a turkey, because I do a special turkey where I cut the spine out the back, open it up, and I bake it flat. And literally it takes all of an hour and a half to 2 hours to cook a whole 15, 18 pound turkey. But that's another story, and that's another show. But this is what I'm using. So this pan's big because I thought I was gonna have enough dough for all of it, but that's now I doubled my recipe, but sometimes I triple or quadruple it depending on how many people I'm serving. This is gonna be a smaller crowd this holiday season, so I didn't do as much. But what we're gonna now do, because this has now got to rise a second time, so we're gonna take our plastic wrap and we're going to cover it. And once we get this covered, now you don't want it too tight. You want it to have room to rise, but you need it to be covered because you don't want a draft to get to it. And you don't put it in a drafty area. You put it in a warm area near the stove. Now I'm gonna leave that a little loose up top like that. I'm gonna make sure it's covered because I don't want it to dry out. But I want it to be so they can rise, but I want them covered. Okay, so I'm just cover that like that. That should be good. And the same thing for my muffins. Just like that. I've got this special spot over here on top of my stove where I can put things, see right there? It's warm, no draft. And that way my muffins or rolls can rise with no problems. So we're gonna wait. So we're gonna let them rise for another hour, all right? All right, our rolls have risen. Look at there, all big and fluffy, almost double in size. Our oven is hot and ready to go. So we are going to put these in the oven for about 10 minutes. They are going to be brown and delicious. See how much that rose? Look at there. All right, in the oven we go, 400 degrees. Okay, after 10 minutes, I checked on my rolls and they don't look like they're ready yet. So I'm going to add another 3 minutes to the timer and then we'll check on them again. Mwah! Okay, the rolls are done and they're beautiful. Oh my Lord, they are going to be delicious. Here we go, here we go. Look at that. They're sliding. Look at that. Oh my Jesus. Oh my word. I'm gonna let these muffins who were on the lower level go up on the upper level for just 1 more minute. Okay, Google, set timer for 1 minute. But in the meantime, let's try one. Oh, they're hot. This is so delicious. There is no reason why you need to go to the store and buy rolls when you can make them yourself. My mother would be so proud. And you know what she says? They're hot. The most important ingredient is that you have to love them to make them well. And Mama loves them. And so they're delicious. Oh! So, Mama's homemade rolls. Make you some today. Mama loves you. The Lord loves you. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Mwah!